If you're looking for the reason your boat's shower is not draining, well, today I've been asking myself all day long why the water in our boat's shower is not draining. Join us today as we start with the simplest fixes and finally end up replacing our shower's drain sump box. Welcome to our channel, No Tops at All. My wife and I have had a lifelong dream of cruising through the Caribbean. We fell in love with this Regal 4260. Unfortunately, over the last 20 years, it had fallen into a state of disrepair. Join us as we restore this amazing boat to its original glory and fulfill our lifelong dream of cruising through the Caribbean. Hello everyone, and welcome to another boat restoration video. On today's video, we're going to continue with the boat restoration of our cabin by figuring out why the water in our boat shower is not draining. First, let's start with how a boat's shower works compared to a house shower. Since the drain of our boat is at or below the water line, the water has to drain to a lower level deeper in the boat. Well, now you're below the water line. What's next? Well, there's two ways to handle it. First is to let it run until it's pumped out by the bilge pump. The problem is that this is taxing your boat's bilge pump. And, well, let's face it, it's more important that it keeps your boat afloat than pumping the water from your shower. The second option, and the one that is used in the industry, is to allow the water to drain into a sump box. Now you need a pump to pump the water up and above the water line and overboard. On this project, we start with cleaning out our shower trap from hair, dirt, and such. We could have stopped there, but while we're doing a job, we try and do it right. After cleaning out the shower, we decided to look at the forward sump pump. It's a good thing we did. Someone had removed the screed to keep out junk and debris from the sump pump. Well, the pump box in the back of our boat that services the kitchen sink and the aft bathroom, shower, and sink needed to be replaced. So I took the screed from the back sump and put it in the forward sump box and started to clean it out before putting it back together. Next, we moved to the back sump box. We had a few decisions to make. My initial plan was to replace either the sump pump or float switch, whichever one was not working, attach the two hoses that were not attached to the aft sump box, put it back together, and call it a day. Well, now that I needed a screed as well, I made the executive call to just replace the sump box. Now, here is where my trouble started. The old sump box was not the original sump box, and it didn't fit in the spot that Regal had made for it. Someone also decided to cut the hoses and make them about 2 inches too short to be able to put the sump box into the right place and attach it properly to the boat, and then connect the hoses to the sump box. I have to say I'm one of the luckiest guys in the world to have Natalia as my wife. In order to complete this job, she was laying on the hot water tank and the overboard exhaust ducting between the port gas tank and the port engine, while I was laying between the engines trying to push the new hose extensions onto the sump box. After a lot of sweating, perseverance, and a little bit of swearing on my part, we were finally able to get the aft sump box attached. We want to thank you for joining us on another boat restoration video. If it seems like we're not boating much right now, well, we're not. It's because we're overhauling our engines before our big Caribbean adventure. We will be having many more videos coming out over the next months as we're preparing for our Caribbean adventure. As always, if you've enjoyed this video or found value, please subscribe and like, and join us on another adventure very soon.